Welcome Capricorn and Capricorn cross watchers to your mini weekly love reading. So we're going to get a card for you, card for your person, and one for the situation between you. So hope you guys have had a great week. Oh, crap. So we have the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords here for your energy. And for your person. So thanks for stopping by my channel, of course. And if you're new here, welcome. I usually upload these mini love reads on Sundays and then some longer reads on Thursdays. The ones on Thursdays, sometimes are love, sometimes there's something else. It just depends. So if you like what I do, that's when they are new. Anyway, we have the High Priestess reversed here for your person. So there's definitely, I feel like you're trying to send this person it may not be a physical message, right? But it's like you're trying to get some information to this person and they are not picking up. You know what it feels like? You know how when, let's say for example, there's like a bunch of people at a party or something, and somebody, it's like whoever this person is, they are saying some stuff that they really should not be saying to the exact wrong person. And you're over here like, for the love of God, look over here and see this look I'm giving you, because they're not getting it. And you're over here trying to get them to turn around, to keep their, to pick up on the energy, to see that what they're doing is getting themselves in like a really tricky situation. And I feel like they're just not paying attention. Oh, for the energy between you, the Empress reversed, which like, God, what is going on? Then we have that's Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I mean, the Empress reversed and the High Priestess reversed, it just feels like everything's going backwards. I feel like this person, it's almost like there seems to be something here that they're doing. I feel like they seem to be showing you a side of them that just kind of runs headlong into bad situations, or kind of runs headlong into making bad situations for themselves. And I feel like it makes you want to pull away. Like, oh my gosh, this person's going to get themselves in trouble. And feeling like you do seem to want to stop them from doing it, but not to the point that you're going to have to sacrifice yourself to do it. And I do feel that whatever the situation is between the two of you, it could be friends, it could be romantic, it could be, whatever, maybe work, whatever it is. I feel like the connection, it's like this person seems to be doing something that is not just putting themselves at risk, but it's almost like what they're saying, maybe putting themselves in the line of fire, but it's almost like what they're saying will have more of a negative effect on you than it will on them. You know what I'm saying? It's like they might be saying the wrong thing to the wrong person, but they're telling that wrong person that you told them that. Or that that's your opinion, or that that's this, or that's that, right? And I'm going to be straight with you, Capricorn. I'm going to be honest, I hope this doesn't resonate for most of you, because it's not going to be a very nice reading. I feel like you look at this person like they are a liability. I don't know why I was going to say vacuuming their lawn. I'm a grown-up. I know words, and I was going to say vacuuming. Anyway, there they are. They're mowing their lawn. And I feel like this person they are just kind of showing you that they can't be trusted. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like whatever it is that they're saying, I feel like, number one, they're misconstruing it because they didn't understand the situation fully. And I feel like, number two, what are they doing telling people everything that you say in the first place, right? So, I mean, with the Empress reversed as the situation between you, I feel like you see this person as someone that cannot be trusted, as someone that can't be confided in. It's almost like if you didn't know any better, you would think that this person is doing it on freaking purpose. I feel like you do know, that isn't the case. They just seem to almost be tone deaf when it comes to social situations and like understanding you can't go and do that. It's the type of energy, and again, this may not be the actual situation, right? But it's almost like this person, just like your person is talking to someone else. Again, going back to that party analogy, they just had a baby. And they're making a light or making a joke of, that you didn't like their baby's outfit. It's almost like they're telling this person that not just that you didn't like the outfit, but that you think their baby is ugly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, not only did you not actually say that, but like, what are you... I don't even know what to say. I really don't even know what to say, because it's so absurd. It's that type of an energy, right? Like, what is this person doing? How could you be so tone deaf that you don't know that that's going to be a problem? And I feel like for you here, it's like maybe you have feelings for this person, but I feel like you see pretty quickly that when they put you in positions like this, maybe they do it once, maybe they do it a few times, it depends, right? It depends on you and them and the situation. But I feel like for most of you, either the first or the second time this person does this, it's like it seems to really seal the deal for this person. Maybe you don't break away from them entirely, but they're definitely not someone that is trusted or that can be trusted with anything. And it's like, that if you need to vent, they're not the person. If you need someone to lean on, if you need this, if you need that, they are not the right person to be talking to. So, with the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck, oh gosh, look at that. Nine of Cups and Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's just this energy of like, you thought you found someone you can confide in, and it's almost like you kind of have to go back to the drawing board, feeling like, oh, okay, well, I thought I had somebody that was on my team. This person, they're not somebody that is, it's like the kind of person that would sabotage the team without knowing that they're sabotaging it. Right? So it's like, it's not something that they really are going to be able to stop because they don't know that that's what they're doing. They don't get it. And I feel like you actually end up seeing pretty quickly that it's like this, they're not to be confided in. And I feel like you may start giving this person the cold shoulder, and I feel like they might go out and be like, start ranting and raving about how you're ignoring them, you're this, you're that, you won't talk to them, da-da-da-da-da-da. And it just feels like this person is kind of, it's like they may have seemed really great, they may have known what to say at certain times, but I feel like they're just a bag of cats. You know what I mean? And it's like, the bag of cats, all the cats were sleeping when you met them. You didn't know that it was going to be like just a cluster F in there. And it's like, and all of a sudden, they've opened up the bag and all the cats are everywhere, and you're looking around like, what the just happened? So I think we're going to pull an advice card because this seems a little bit, maybe you aren't, but me reading the energy, I'm a little overwhelmed for you. So, I'm so bad at trying to hold up 3 cards at a time. We have the Five of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. So the Page of Swords, to me as a reader, always means kind of the cold, hard truth. And I feel, for some of you, this may not be for all of you, I feel for some of you, you may have seen the writing on the wall with this person. You may have known that they shouldn't have been trusted. It feels like this kind of energy of like, there may have been times where you felt that like, you know what, this might not be the right person to trust, but it almost feels like in that moment you needed somebody to talk to. They seem to be, relatively whatever, and I feel like so you did, and it does seem that will be kind of coming around to bite you in the butt. But what seems to turn the tide for you here is that this person talks a lot of shiz. I really wanted to say the word there. I'm going to be honest, I was kind of like, I'm a little bitter that I can't swear. Not all the time, but sometimes I really wanted to say, like, they talk a lot of crap on your name. And I feel like they do it so often and so frequently that people don't believe it anymore. And it's like they might only be ranting and raving about one thing, but because of the way they talk about you, there's something that makes people look at this person like, Jesus. Nobody wants to be around them. Nobody wants to confide in them because they have such a big mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just seem to have this energy of the kind of person that, like, if a friendship goes wrong, they're just going to spill all of your secrets. And it's not just you, right? It's like other people see that about this person. Oh my gosh, look at this, right? There's the High Priestess upright. So I feel like there seems to be this, excuse me. I feel like this person might initially get a lot of attention and a lot of sympathy. It's almost like when they start talking, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that's happening with you in Capricorn. And I feel like what ends up happening is that, number one, this person won't shut up. And they just keep going on and on and on about the same thing. And I feel like the people around them are looking at them like, get a new thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like the kind of person that complains about the fact that their shoes are too tight, but they complain about that all year and never get themselves another pair of shoes. You know what I mean? It's like nobody wants to keep hearing about the same problem over and over and over again, number one, when it's way gone. Number two, they keep trying to embellish on it. You know what I mean? It's like they don't get the initial attention that they wanted. So, for example, let's say they said whatever they said and they got a lot of attention because it was very shocking to hear because it's not anything people would expect from you. And it's like, and then the next time they want to talk about it, they don't get that same level of attention, of intrigue, of like, oh my gosh, tell me more. Oh, wow, that's so terrible. Oh, this, oh, that. They don't get the same amount of, sorry, just doing a reading. Sorry about that. They don't get the same amount of attention or focus or people kind of ask, you know what I mean? Like that intrigue where people are like kind of latch on to what they're talking about. So it's like they have to keep stepping it up and being like, oh, and I heard this, and I heard that, and I heard this. And it's like, it just feels like it turns into white noise after a while. I feel like people don't really give this person much credit. I'm seeing them at a movie theater, and I feel like it's almost like they talk about a scene in the movie, and they embellish it to such an extent that it's almost like that's when people are able to link it back and be like, isn't that what they said about Capricorn? Because that's not at all what happened. You know what I mean? It's like they seem to really, they don't just distort things. It's like they put it in a freaking kaleidoscope before they're going to describe it. Excuse me. And I feel like people end up seeing that this one is almost a little, and I feel like this isn't just a vivid imagination. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody that tells, I don't even know how to say this. I'm hearing like tall tales. You know what I mean? But there's that saying that like the most dangerous lie is the one with a grain of truth in it. And I feel like people end up seeing that like, or because this person talks about things the way that they do and embellishes things and try to make like one raindrop could fall on their shoes and they'll tell everybody that, they nearly fell into quicksand. You know what I'm saying? Or they got swept away by, no, I shouldn't say that. It's like where their shoes were absolutely soaked. It took days for them to dry. You wouldn't even believe it if you saw it. Like that seems to be the dramatic spin this person puts on everything. And I feel like it's like lesson learned for you, obviously, right? But I feel like it's like any of the people that may or may not have turned on you after whatever happened with this person, when they see you in public, it's like they'll be ashamed to make eye contact with you. And it's not because they think you're still a bad person or whatever this other person was trying to tell them. It's almost like they're ashamed. I feel like they're ashamed that they even believed any of that nonsense. And it kind of feels like it's like you seem to handle people with such grace and humility that I feel those other people, it's like they would feel uncomfortable around you because they see now that that wasn't you, that you didn't deserve it. And it's almost like it kind of feels like the guilt feels like someone's kind of pulling their heart out of their chest if they had to talk to you and see that you are the person they knew you as. Feeling like they kind of gave up on you too soon by buying into this other person's BS. To these other people's credit, it's like this person seemed to be close enough to you to know, they seem to have it's like they knew certain things about you that they could kind of sprinkle into the stories that made it sound real. But everybody's going to see what it really was. So that's what I have for you today, Capricorn. I'm sorry it was such a heavy reading for the weeklies, for the minis. So if you're new here, I think I said this in the beginning, just in case I didn't. Welcome. If you're new here, welcome. I upload these mini love reads on Saturdays and then usually a longer read on Thursdays, so please keep an eye out for those. Excuse me. Next week I have the singles and new love reads coming out for May 2023. This past Thursday was the May 2023 for those that are already in a connection or a situationship, relationship, what have you. I hope you guys have a great rest of great full week, and we'll see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.